Io vorrei capire da lui come ha fatto avere una startup che poi ha avuto un ottimo exit, perché è stata Reddit. So Alexis, I was saying very bad things about you, and no, we are curious to have your experience about Reddit. Reddit got an exit. I don't think it's official, the exit of Reddit, by the way, the amount of Reddit.
You're gonna have to at least buy me dinner before I tell you.
Okay. So, but if you can share with us your experience about Reddit, I mean, which were the key factors of Reddit?
Okay. Well, so I started Reddit.com with a friend of mine, Steve Huffman, after we graduated from college in 2005. We pretty much started it in a little apartment in Medford, Massachusetts, which is kind of outside of Cambridge, which is just outside of Boston. So this was a very kind of out of the middle of nowhere sort of startup. But we were very fortunate to be one of the first startups in Y Combinator. We had met Paul Graham, he had given a talk a few months earlier at Harvard, and we approached him afterward. And my co-founder Steve was a big fan of Paul. He'd been doing a lot of work in the last few years to kind of promote startups and programming. And in the previous bubble, he had started a company called ViaWeb, which sold to Yahoo and basically became the first Yahoo store, made him and his friends a lot of money. And he decided to become a kind of internet pundit. And he saw in 2005 this opportunity where it didn't take a lot of money, it didn't take nearly as much money as it did him and his friends to get an internet company started. All of a sudden, because of the costs of everything from the servers to the hosting had fallen so much, and thanks to open source software, it was actually possible for a couple of recent college grads like me and Steve to start a company in a small little apartment. And to his credit, he and Y Combinator kind of pioneered a model that said, you only need a small amount of money. We got $6,000 US each to start this. And we're part of this sort of experimental Y Combinator group. Now, 5 years later, Paul's on the cover of Forbes magazine, a fairly popular business magazine, and I can't believe it. I look at this thing as I'm walking to the train station, and I'm like, what are you doing on the cover of Forbes? But he really, to his credit, pioneered something that has done some impressive stuff. And we were just lucky to be there at the right time. When we had started Reddit, and for those of you who don't know, because I'm hoping you guys aren't, spending your work days visiting Reddit, and instead you're working very hard. Reddit is a place where people go to find out what's new and interesting online. It's sort of a front page of the web. People find interesting links, whether it's a YouTube video or a news article, submit it to Reddit, and if other people like it, they vote it up. If they don't like it, they vote it down. And it's just a rising and falling front page of what's new online. And when we started, we knew that Steve and I, no matter how much time we spent online, wouldn't be able to scour the web for everything. There's so much content produced every day that there's no way a couple of people in an apartment could do it. So we thought, let's give the power to our users. Let's try to create a democratic front page where anyone who wanted to could register and vote. And 5 years later, Reddit now is, and full disclosure, I've actually left Reddit. And in the last year since Steve and I left, the site has done tremendously well. I mean, it was doing well before, but as soon as they got rid of us, skyrocketed.
So it's much better without you.
Exactly. And I'm proud to say that they just broke 1 billion page views a month. And I think they're doing about 14 million unique visitors a month. So they're pretty solidly in the sort of top 100, 150 websites, at least in the US, in terms of traffic. And it's been a fantastic experiment, because it seems over the last 5 years, the more control that we've given to our users, basically the more tools that we've given them to create things like communities within Reddit. There are communities about everything from marijuana to world politics, to just communities where people share photos of cute animals. And so it's all kinds of content that's really curated by the users. And the more control we give them, it seems the more it flourishes.
All right. No, la cosa che volevo chiedere era, a parte quali consigli può dare, volevo cercare di capire anche qui, lui ha detto costa sempre meno lanciare una startup. A un evento di e-commerce, il primo, c'era Lidia Pugnani che ha parlato di una ricerca che hanno fatto su quanto il costo ormai per lanciare una startup di tutta l'infrastruttura tecnologica vada proprio verso lo 0, no? 0,4 insomma, cioè è molto più basso rispetto al passato. Allora volevo capire però qual è l'ammontare minimo, perché non penso che parti con $5.000, no? In tutto. You were talking about the price, the cost for launching a startup. So you launched with a very very early seed.
Yes.
But which is the minimum amount? Because in the end you will need a lot of money to execute the startup. So which is the minimum?
Well, all right, so this could be really scary. The total number that Reddit raised was $82,000. So we took $12,000 at the very start. That was $6,000 per founder, 6 for me, 6 for Steve, and that was just to buy food and rent for 3 months. And once we got a prototype made, we held Y Combinator holds a demo day where they bring in all the investors and you pitch for about 5 minutes. Like we're going to see some pitches here today. And at the end of that, people switch cards. And then, you know, the angel investment happens or the Series A happens, and we only raised $70,000. And I think what we're seeing here is that to get to that first stage where you can raise the significant amount of money, you really don't need a lot. Especially these days, you can just go on Amazon, get an S3 EC2 account, you've got your site posted, people can visit it, it can get popular. And once it gets popular enough for that hosting bill to become an issue, investors will throw money at you because it's that cheap.
Ok, questo è interessante perché di fatto io penso quando siamo partiti con Marco, abbiamo fatto Blogosphere qualche anno fa, non c'era il cloud, non c'era Amazon Web Service e quindi tu ogni volta compravi, mettevi server e solo quello ti costava già un sacco. Torniamo da Alexis la prossima. Grazie Alexis. Fabrizio.